Welcome, and thank you for watching our top industry trends in patient experience video series. Delivering exceptional patient experience in a rapidly changing world is at the forefront of many of our minds, and we have brought in a leading voice to help us unlock insights into what is ahead for the coming year. I'm Joyce Gottbetter, General Manager in our Microsoft Health and Life Sciences business. Today, we speak with Jane Sarasohn-Kahn, advisor with THINK-Health and founder and writer of the Health Populi blog. Jane has been a longtime industry advisor and trend weaver across the healthcare ecosystem, serving clients at the intersection of health, technology, and people. Originally trained as a health economist, Jane's work increasingly focused on patients evolving as consumers and health citizens, engaged in their own care, health moving to the home, and healthy communities. She founded the Health Populi blog in 2007, which has garnered dozens of social media kudos, now hosting about 3,000 posts, all written by Jane in her independent voice. Jane, it's so exciting to have you. Welcome to our Industry Trends series.
Joyce, I'm so delighted to be with you on this exciting topic. Thank you.
Great. Jane, it's so nice to have this opportunity. And I'd really like to ask, why are we today talking about patient experience? I mean, why now? What are the driving forces that really compel us to focus on patient experience?
You know, you and I have been in this business for a long time, and we've talked about patient experience for years in terms of HCAP scores, looking at patient safety and staff courtesy, and, was the parking lot friendly to me as I drove up as a patient? And that's all good, and those things still persist, those factors of patient experience. But as they say in infomercials, wait, there's more. Because today the patient has morphed into a key and primary payer for healthcare services. And so I've been saying for a while now the patient is a payer, the way we think of employers or plan sponsors as payers. When we think about the deductible as a bolus of cash that comes out of somebody's wallet, or coinsurance for a specialty drug that can be many thousands of dollars in the U.S. health system, thinking about it. So with that lens as a patient as payer, all of a sudden the healthcare experience feels a little more like retail to the person as a payer. And as a retail expectation, people think the service level of healthcare should excel and be enhanced like like their favorite kind of retail experience. So I think that's one of the key drivers that we're seeing over these years. Also, patient experience is important now because we know there's a lack of trust in our society and between patients and science, increasingly people in science, and people in institutions in general. We learned that from the Edelman Trust Barometer and other places that I turn to for my knowledge about trust. And without trust, there is no health engagement. We have to meet our providers in a trusted relationship with authenticity, sincerity, humility. And so trust becomes really important when we're looking at patient outcomes, patients partnering with clinicians, with the system, so that people can achieve their wholeness in healthcare.
Thank you. And Jane, you can't talk to Microsoft right now without talking about AI. So, love to hear your view in the next few years. What changes do you think are on the horizon for AI as it relates to the patient experience?
Well, Joyce, you and I can't go anywhere now without hearing about AI. It's not just Microsoft, but it's literally every conversation. I work across the whole health ecosystem. So it's not just healthcare providers and plans and payers and life science, but it's food and grocery and pharmacy and retail and financial services. So AI is now part of our life, and in such a quick uptake of that S curve, right? We usually see a nice, slow S curve of adoption of technology. But when we think about Gen AI launching, we're taping this in November. It's basically a year. And that's a quick uptake. So, a lot of things to consider in your question. You asked about the next few years. So, I think about the now and the next. In the now, this stuff is happening now. AI is being deployed across that ecosystem, wherever patients are, whether it's in a billing department situation, to schedule an appointment, or all the way through to diagnostics with a physician in a really acute situation. So the stuff is happening, AI being embedded in different experiences very quickly, lots of experiments, and it's a very exciting time and promising time. So I've been talking a lot, and I want to hear from you because I know Microsoft is also very involved in patient experience, patient engagement, which a lot of people might not know. So can you share some examples with me? Because I'm keen to know some of the things you're learning and doing in patient engagement right now.
Absolutely, Jane. Thank you for the question. And I'll highlight two different scenarios. First, as you know, Nuance is now part of Microsoft, and our Nuance patient management solution puts action to data by powering communication with patients. So, from a lot of what you were talking about, from appointment reminders to outreach to patient support, Nuance delivers an experience with conversational AI technology, and it meets the patient at their channel of choice and helps them resolve issues, complete tasks quickly, and enhance the patient experience. I'd also like to highlight one of our customer developed solutions. And this is one that I think many of us can relate to. With the ever growing popularity of electronic messaging between patients and caregivers, U.S. healthcare organization Providence, they just faced a flood of incoming messages. And this situation required triage and really interfered with the valuable time that providers needed to spend with the patients. So, Providence clinicians, informaticists, and AI specialists, they developed a new product, Proveria, and it uses Azure OpenAI services. It classifies the messages and directs them to the appropriate responder. Therefore, it frees up the providers to really focus on patient care. So not only does it reduce the negative effect on the clinician, but it greatly enhances the patient's experience. And really, they get quicker response to their questions, and they also have more focused time with the provider who can be less distracted. So those are just two scenarios of places that we have deeply engaged with customers around the patient experience.
Well, you hit two of my favorite topics. One, omnichannel care where and how people want to deliver it. And then the caregiver experience, which is really all of us eventually, if not now, and a real crisis. So you're really helping solve that through these approaches. So thank you for that great work.
Yes. And Jane, I'd like to say thank you. This has been an incredibly enjoyable discussion. As we look to close, I'd like to thank all for watching our latest video in this series. And we hope that you all enjoyed listening and learning with us today. So thank you.
Thanks.